All right, welcome to another episode of the Faddah Figures podcast. Today, James will not be joining us, so it's just Kevin and myself. So,
Yo.
man, it's been a couple weeks since we've been on here. Life has just been crazy lately, but
Yeah,
even
super
today was a
busy.
close one. We're a little bit later because I have I've been having some technical difficulties with my phone. I was without a phone since about like 2:30 ish, all the way till about 8 o'clock. My phone got back up and running, and it
Wait, why don't
was an
you why don't you
experience.
give a history of like what kind of phone were you replacing?
Okay, so the story goes before that though. Okay,
Okay.
so because we have a quote unquote business plan with them, they I guess they like service or they monitor our account more than a regular account. So they've been calling us probably like quite frequently. Like they call my wife and like, oh, this is the business manager so and so. We've been looking at your account and we think we can save you some money. And so we're like, okay, yeah. This was back like in December. And we're like, okay, we don't have time like right now to set up a meeting, but yeah, give us a call in the New Year's. So fast forward to now, my wife called, they set up a meeting, and then the girl's like, oh yeah, we have an opening today at 1:30. So my wife's like, do you think you can make it? And I was like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get it done with. 1:30. It's like, yeah, we should be able to get it done. So we get in there, and then they're like, oh, you guys are eligible for updates on your phone as well, and we'll reconfigure your contract and we'll save you guys this money. So we're like, oh shoot, we weren't expecting to update phones. So we're like, yeah, whatever, we'll upgrade the phones then. And that ended up being a process in in itself. We went from the iPhone 11 to the 13, and man, like for some reason, trying to like transfer my files from my old phone to my new one, like it wasn't transferring because I just had so much stuff on my phone. And because I don't know anything about tech, I don't have anything saved on the cloud or backed up. Like my phone's just not backed up, it's just on the phone. So they're like, "Oh, did you back anything up?" I'm like, "No." And actually, my iCloud storage has been like full. Like it's just the free one, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 5 gigs or something. And I've had it maxed out for like probably like 8 years, and I've just never bothered with it. I don't even know how to do it. I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
So how you been
So
how have you been saving
like
files?
just manually on my phone.
Oh, you have enough space on your
Yeah,
phone. Oh,
yeah. I
okay,
have like
okay.
256 gigs on my phone, so it's just pictures.
Okay.
And I'll have to like delete pictures that I don't need eventually. And James James showed me before, like I have to like go back and like delete all my text threads because that takes up storage as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and all the pictures that people send you in the text thread. So I was like, so he showed
Yeah.
me like, so I clear that out regularly to try to keep my space on my my phone clear. But I still haven't figured out, and I need to do that soon because it's getting to a point where it's hard. But I need to like figure out this iCloud and figure out how to put stuff in there and save it. I feel so ancient. I was like, fuck. So that's I think that's what took forever is because I didn't know how to back it up. So it's like trying to transfer all kind of things, and I ended up having to delete like 1,000 something photos from my album because I needed to clear space to send it over.
Okay, so when it comes to like my phone, I I connect my phone to my computer. So
Uh huh.
I that's where I back up all my files and everything like that. So um whenever I get a new if I or yeah, when I get a new iPhone, it's pretty like seamless process. It's like I'll just, I'll plug in my old phone, make sure that everything is on the computer, and then I'll plug in a new phone and then just transfer everything on. So
See,
yeah, I don't
you need to teach me the ways, Kevin, because
man, you need to get with the times. Like
I know, I know. I
this is
think it's
like
about time I figured it out.
this is like a common knowledge type thing. Like you it's almost like if um you can log on to social media, you should be able to transfer your information
Yeah.
to your new phone. Yeah,
So,
it's
so that's what's hard. Like even like, dude, for the longest time, I didn't know how to get the songs from my computer
mhm.
onto my phone. Like I couldn't figure out that process easy enough. And it's like I have a Mac computer and an Apple phone. Like you would think I would be able to figure out how to make the two talk to each other. Like I can airdrop stuff to myself, no problem. But as far as backing up my phone on my computer, I have no idea how to do that.
Well, okay, so even like for music, I'm very I don't want to say old school, but I I keep all my music on my computer.
Uh huh.
So and then um and it's all like files I can get. Like I don't stream. A lot of people like to stream their music and
Uh huh.
or they'll download it from whatever streaming service they have, and then they'll so they can play it offline and stuff like that. But I'm like I don't want to say old school, but I like to keep my files somewhere else. So you know, in the event, I'm um where there's no internet connection, I can still listen to my music.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's very tedious process, and but I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. I've been doing it for so
Yeah,
long that
I've got to figure out how to back up my. Because I want to say this is like the fourth time I've probably got a new phone, and this process is always like a lengthy process. This was probably
yeah.
one of the worst ones if you think about it. From like from 2:30 all the way to 8, bro. I had no phone. That's crazy.
I mean, that's
And
not that.
I had an estimate at like the estimate was originally at 3:30.
Hmm.
So Shani asked the lady like, "Oh, how long is it gonna take? Like, we have an appointment at 3:30." And she's like, "Oh, it usually takes about an hour at the most." So we're like, "Oh, we've got lots of time." So we get in there,
Hmm.
bro. So this is the other crazy part. So we get in there and it's like taking forever. And then um, I knew I was gonna miss the 3:30 appointment, so we called to reschedule to 4, thinking, "Oh, we'll just push it back another half an hour." So 3:45 comes around and it's still not done. So I had to leave Shani and Shaden at the phone store,
Hmm.
and then I went to my appointment and I told them, if you guys finish early, you guys can just go hang out at like Target or something. I'll come back. But I didn't think, like, I had no phone, so I was kind of like stranded, like it was like 1980s kind. So I went and then I had to go home to get my iPad so I have the notes to go to my appointment, and then I could at
Hmm.
least have the address. And as I
Right.
was driving home, I'm thinking, wait, I'm gonna have to like old school figure out how to get there, like memorize the street names, like look it up. So luckily on the fly, I figured out. I got home. I map quest it, and then I screenshotted it on my iPad so I could save it while I was
Wait,
on the Wi-Fi.
don't you have a iWatch or Apple Watch?
I have an Apple Watch, but it's Wi-Fi only.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay.
So I was literally
So
stranded.
but does that now with what happened today, does that make you change your mind to next or if you get another Apple Watch to go cellular?
I don't think so because it's like a bit of an inconvenience, but it's actually I enjoy it actually. Like not having like the phone,
Yeah.
like just having like it just made me think a little bit more outside the box on how to get there. Like
Hmm.
I said, I screenshotted it and I had to like literally read a map as I get there. I couldn't like listen to the phone tell me turn
Yeah.
right here, turn left there. So it made me kind of problem solve and kind of think a little bit, which was
Hmm.
I thought was pretty cool. Because then when I got back to pick up Shannon, I was we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, I left. I didn't have a phone. I was like, how do you think I got to my estimate? And she's like, looks at me, and goes, how the heck did you do it? And I was like, I figured it out. And she's like, oh, that's
Wait,
pretty smart.
how did you connect to the internet on your iPad?
When I got home, because my
Oh,
iPad was
okay,
at
okay,
home. My
okay.
iPad was at home to begin with, so I had to go pick it up.
Oh, okay, and
So I
then
had like
that's
5 minutes.
you went. I mean, you went on the
Yeah,
internet through your iPad and
yeah.
got it. Okay.
Luckily, the appointment was only like a 5 minute drive from my house, so it was like
Mm.
very limited turns I had to remember and like look at the map. But I was like, I figured it out, and I was pretty proud, like to actually have to like drive and like read street signs nowadays instead of like just listening to your phone say turn right, turn left.
I I can hear James just like roasting you right now
I
about.
could, and then so going back to pick them up, I didn't have a phone, so I can't call them to like, oh, what section of the store you guys in, you know? And so I had to walk around the whole store. I actually thought about going to the front desk and like telling them, oh, can you announce for
That would have been
uh,
hilarious.
do they still do that nowadays? I remember when I was a kid. I don't know if you
Yeah,
when you were
they
a kid,
do.
but
Yeah, they still do.
when I was a kid, like we'd go get lost in the store, and then when our parents are ready to leave and checking out, they're like, Christopher, your parents are at the front, and then like you'd have to go and like meet them at the front and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. Oh, they still do that. I mean, they
Yeah,
still have
your
the
parents
intercom.
did you ever have to do that when you were a kid?
No, no.
No,
My parents rarely took me to like department stores or
oh for real.
um yeah. No. I've never got I was never put in a situation where they had to do that because I was never in a place where you could do that.
Uh,
So,
but have you
yeah.
heard that like when you're
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
like we always do that?
I've experienced, well, being in the store and somebody's
Yeah, yeah,
calling somebody over the intercom. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So like I
yeah,
thought about that. I was like, I should do that. Like trip them out. Like Shazen would trip. Like he probably never heard of that, and to hear his name on the intercom. But I was like, just had to think of different ways. It was pretty cool. It was kind of fun. Like almost like a what's that TV show where they travel? Amazing Race kind of like it was almost
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
I was like, I kind of enjoy it. Like I said, I kind of enjoy not having that technology, but I do
Yeah.
got to figure it out.
Well, the good thing is you were able to, yeah, overcome and
Survive.
adapt. Yeah, you were able to adapt and overcome.
Because
So
this is actually not the first time I had to use a map book to find a location. Have you ever been like before even GPS, like before iPhones and stuff, right? You used to have a separate GPS for your car. You ever used to have that?
man, I'm too poor to have something like that,
For
or
real?
at least back at during
At that time?
yeah during that time.
Yeah.
No,
Our company
I
had it.
remember. I remember. Not so much Hawaii, but like whenever I went to the mainland before smartphones, I would literally like print
Yeah,
out
yeah.
whatever wherever I was going, like
Yep.
on MapQuest, and
Yep.
like had it, turn by turn directions. So
Yep.
whenever I went, boom, like that's how we did it.
Yeah.
One time I was road tripping with one of my friends from San Jose to Vegas, and I think um I I can't remember if we had a smartphone or not, but all I do remember was that he actually bought an
Yeah.
actual map, and he was, we were looking at it, navigating with the map. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I think we did have smartphones, but
Internet was probably bad or something.
No, actually, you know
Uh,
what? Never mind.
Data.
No, there was no. This is like
Like early
I
smartphone,
want.
probably like they didn't have
Yeah, this
maps
is
and
like
stuff.
2007, maybe.
Oh
So
yeah,
so
like
yeah,
like smartphones did not have maps back then.
yeah.
I was
So, but
still. I'm
it was an
surprised he didn't.
experience.
I'm surprised he didn't. Did you guys rent a car when you guys did that road trip?
Yeah, we rented a car. We didn't get a GPS.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Um,
because they offer those at the rent a car place. Like you can rent the GPS with it.
nope, nope. We were cheap, and we just got a map, and we stuck to the map, and we got to our destination. So
Oh, those maps are
yeah,
crazy. So when I first started construction with Shani's grandpa, he's old school, and he had a map book. So whenever he would get an estimate, like he'd have to open the map book, and in the back it had like areas, and then you'd look for the street name, and then it would tell you like map 80 page B or whatever, and then you'd have to like flip through it. And like it's weird how it's set up, but you'd have to like go to it and flip through the map book, and it'd show you like a section. I don't know how big it was, but like you'd see a section X big,
yeah,
and then it'd say like to go to this part of like the other part of the map, you have to go to this section. So you're literally like flipping through the book from start to finish to try to get there. It's kind of crazy. But
yeah. No, I think I've
I've
seen.
done
I
that
think that
once.
I've seen that. Seen those before.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's technology is such a huge help. It's such a huge help.
yeah.
You
You
know,
don't realize it till you lose it, but yeah, it's fun.
yeah, but yeah, like you said, it's good when when you don't have to use it.
Yeah, and you just get away and like you just think, like it makes you
Yeah,
think, and it's kind of fun, challenging. I like to challenge myself, so
yeah, for sure.
but it was an ordeal. It was a long afternoon that I wasn't. That's the crazy part is we weren't expecting it either. Like we didn't expect to try to trade in phones today.
Mm-mm. Well, yeah, like I said, you overcame and you adapted,
But
and
I do realize I have to figure out how to back my phone up on
but
my computer.
and the great thing, I was just talking to my coworker about this. I was like, because he was asking me a question about a software, and he was trying to ask me like what are some tips and tricks on how to use this software, and I was like, honestly, I mean, I can show you how to use it, but I used YouTube to figure out how to
Yeah,
use it. I was like,
yeah,
YouTube is the greatest resource ever.
it's crazy.
It is the greatest resource. Anything, if you want to learn something, go to
Yeah,
YouTube. You
YouTube, it's
you
crazy.
you can literally find anything on there. I was like, um, what was it? What was I trying to do? I was trying to change. I was like, something wrong with my car. I looked it up on Google, and Google said, okay, it might be this. And then I looked on YouTube. I was like, okay, how do I do this to my car? And
Yeah.
boom, there was a video. Somebody made a video on it.
Yep, exact,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I always go to YouTube when I gotta get something with my truck. It's like, man, how do I do this? And there's, like you said, there's always somebody that's done it. It's crazy, and
yep,
it's like
yep.
sometimes it's like the most random stuff. Like I forget what the last one was, but it was like something super random, like something like some screw or something was like stuck, and I was like, am I the only one that's ever had this problem? And I looked it
Nope.
up, and no, it was that some other guy was like, if you ever have this problem, I'm like,
Yep.
dang, this guy is good. And
And
what's
then you start.
crazy? What's crazy? It's like videos from like 8, 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and
But
they
it's still
have like
relevant.
less, yeah, but they have like less than 100 views. Like those are the people you appreciate. Like back in the day, that made videos to help others, not
Yeah,
just to get clicks and views. I was like, man, like that's the kind of stuff that you appreciate. Like that, I appreciate this guy with 100 views on this one video, but he still took the time to make it to help
yeah,
me out. Like, give
yeah,
this guy some credit.
yeah, yeah. So, you know, if if you
Maybe
want to learn more about how to transfer
back it
things off
up.
your phone, just go to
Maybe
YouTube.
I should go to YouTube and look that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't thought about that. So when you
Um.
back it up, it saves like all your text messages and everything.
Mhm.
Oh, see?
Yeah. So I just took Finn to his 6 month appointment.
Okay.
Um, and I haven't been going to like his previous appointments. So like I missed his 4 month, um, 3 month, and 2 month appointments. But I mean, I went to his original ones, the like the 1 week, 2 week, 1 month appointments. But then, after that, Dee just told me, she said, "Oh, you don't need to go.
Hmm.
I can go with my mom or whatever." I'm like, okay. But then the 6 month appointment was coming up, and I was like, "Oh, I should go to this one, because it's like kind of like a, it's like a
Milestone almost.
semi
Yeah.
milestone, And I haven't seen the pediatrician in a while, so I was like, oh, maybe I could, show him my face and stuff. Um, and so we get to the doctor's office, um, and Finn's doing good. He's hanging out, he's chilling. Um, and then I take him out of the car seat, and then I'm just holding him in my lap. And then, of course, like I remember it's like, okay, stripping down because you're gonna have to weigh him, you're gonna have to
Mm.
measure him, and everything. So I start stripping him down, and then the nurse comes in and she's like, okay, let me take some vitals, uh, and then she's like, okay, it's time to measure him. I lay him down. Boom! Like he's screaming bloody murder. He cannot like lay down on
Yeah.
the table. He's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
he cannot. And then so he's like screaming, crying, and then the nurse is kind of taking her time, and finally she gets a measurement, and then I pick him back up. As soon as I pick him back up, boom, he stops. He's fine. It's like you wouldn't even know, you
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
even think he was crying earlier. But then she's like, oh, the measurement I got is the same measurement from the last appointment. And then I was like, so it means you got to do it again. She's like, yeah, I got to do it again. And I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. So I put him down, starts screaming again. And then I was like, okay, make sure you get the right measurement this time because I don't want to go through this again. And then she finally she gets the measurement. I pick him up, and then, he stops crying. And then she's like, okay, we got to weigh him now. And then, so we got to put him on the scale. And I was like, well, I ain't gonna lay him down because he's gonna just
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
fussing and fighting. So I was like, how about I just sit him up? I sit him up on it, and he was still crying, but she was able to get his weight and everything. So took him off that, and then nurse is like, okay, so Finley needs to get uh 3 shots today. I'm like, I've never been with him in the previous appointment to see when he got shots, but I mean, I
Uh-huh.
was there when I think it was like the first week or something like that, and he got a shot at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so I seen him get a shot before and him crying, but yeah, she's like, oh, he's gonna get 3 shots. It's for this, and this. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then, so it was me and my mother-in-law, Dee's mom,
Okay.
and
So D
she
didn't
doesn't.
go with you guys.
No, she had to work.
By the way.
So she couldn't make it. But so yeah, it was me and my mother-in-law, and she does not like to see Finn get shots. Like she cannot handle, because
Okay.
it affects her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like just like any other
Bro, it affects me,
grandmother.
bro. It affects me when Chasing gets a shot.
so so like, and so the nurse is like, okay, we're gonna give him 3 shots, and I'm like, okay. And then also, he needs his flu shot as well. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, when's does he have to get it today? And she's like, no, he doesn't have to get it today. And I was like, well, when is the next time he can get it? And she's like, oh, well, next time's like September. I'm like, oh, well, we're going on a trip in May. So I was like, I think it's better if we get the flu shot today. So then at least, if when we do travel, he'll be covered. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I was like, yeah, we'll get the flu shot too. So we're gonna. And she's like, so we're gonna get 4 shots. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get 4 shots. And I could just see
Mm,
the look in the mom, on my mother-in-law's
yeah, yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
She's like, oh God, I can't be. I'm not gonna be ready for this. And
Yeah.
then, so, um, the nurse leaves. She comes back. She's like, okay, ready? You ready? Boom! First shot goes in, screaming his head off, and and like my mother-in-law, she can't handle. She's trying to look away,
I'm surprised
and
she stayed in there, bro. If I was her, I would have left. I'd have been like, "You got it, Kev. I'm out. I'll wait for you
yeah.
in the car."
But I mean, yeah, I was okay. I was just holding him, and he was. I mean, yeah, he's crying, but it's like, yeah, babies cry, so it's not affecting me as much as it would. Like if Dee
Uh
was there,
huh.
she probably couldn't handle. She can't handle it.
Yeah.
She can't handle him, like, you know, um, like crying or
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
like, feel like he's being hurt or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was okay. And then he gets all the shots, and then the doctor evaluates him, and he does his thing, and then he was noticing when he was playing around with his legs, like his hips were cracking a lot. And so he wanted to. He's like, I want to set up an X-ray for him because I want to see if there's anything going on in his hips. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Um, and then at the end of the appointment, I'm asking him all these questions like, oh, can he do this? Can he do that? What can he do? And blah blah blah. And I got pretty much the answers I wanted. And then after, yeah, we left the doctor's appointment, and then I think our next appointment is 9 months. Yeah, 9 months.
Bro, 4 shots is a lot of shots, man.
Yeah, but he's a big boy. He can handle. He's strong. He's
I
strong.
hate shots. I
I know.
absolutely hate shots.
I know. That's. I think I was talking to D about it. I was like, man, Chris cannot handle.
Bro, that's why it would terrify me because I hate shots. So I don't have I have all the sympathy for the kids that don't like. I'm like, bro, I get you. I don't want no damn shots either, bro.
But
I
I
get
mean,
it.
but you don't. But if um, if there was an option to take a pill, you rather take the pill, right?
Oh, guarantee. No doubt about it.
So like
I would drink a
if
syrup, bro. If it was syrup that tasted like I don't know, something like I would drink the syrup rather than take a shot, bro.
so if the COVID vaccine was in a pill form or something you take, would you take it?
I don't know about that. It it just depends on how long it's been out. I don't know about that. But if
Okay.
anything, if the flu shot, because I don't even get the flu shot, bro. If the flu
Oh,
shot
okay.
was in a pill form,
Yeah.
I would probably take that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't like I said, the last time I went with Shazen on the other episode, when it was just me
Oh,
and
but
him,
what about the nasal? Do you do the nasal for the flu?
the testing.
No. So there, instead of the shot, they have like a nasal drip.
Really? I
Yeah, that
never
you can
seen
take
that.
for the. Yeah, no, yeah, for real. Yeah,
They never offered me that. I
go
better look
go
that up.
yeah, go look it up. They
Sure.
have it. It's a thing. It's
Oh,
a
I should
thing.
look it up.
Yeah.
I should look that up. Because like I said, the last time I took Shazen to get his flu shot in the last appointment, it was just me and him. And then he had to get a flu shot. And I was like, damn. I was like, if I say no, his mom's gonna kill me when I go home and said, oh, he didn't get the flu shot. So I was like, dude, son's gotta get it. So I'm holding him. And then the nurse is like, oh, are you gonna get one, dad? And I'm like, nope, not me. Like just this one.
Well, so it's funny because I actually found out about the nasal drip one from in the military. They were given it in the military,
Oh,
and all they do is so they like hold the like, it's not a syringe, but it's kind of like a syringe, and they hold it up to your nose, and then they tell you, okay, 1, 2, 3, breathe, like inhale, and then once you
yeah.
inhale, they shoot the liquid up your nose,
Yeah.
and then it goes into your nostril,
It
into your
kind of sounds
nasal.
like a. Do you ever see the Flonase? You use Flonase at
Yeah, yeah,
all?
yeah. Yeah.
I use Flonase a lot, so I have really bad allergies. But it sounds similar to that. Then,
Yeah, and so that you get the vaccine like that. So
I
I
should
would,
look into that.
yeah, you should definitely look into it.
Like I said, I don't get no flu shots, but
Yeah, so
that
at
I
least
could
you
do.
can
Like,
get, at least you can be protected from the
bro, I
flu.
don't do no needles, man.
That's
That's
funny.
why. But I've been with Shaden on a few, even when he was younger, where I had to hold him. He's getting shots. I even had to hold him one time when he was getting blood drawn, bro. And
Hmm.
he was like, I was holding him, and then they inserted a thing to draw the blood, and he's like squirming, obviously, right? Because it's uncomfortable. So he's like squirming. He's not crying, but he's just kind of like squirming, like, what the hell are they doing? And then when they took out the needle or something, the blood literally shot on the ground. I was like, oh shoot. And I was like not having it. I was like, this is
You're
oh, I
like,
was like, I was about to pass out. I was literally about to pass out. And Shannon was laughing because she knew I was. And I was just like, man, I can't do this.
that's funny, man. And then so okay, how old was Shazen when you first took him on his first trip, or like where you flew on that plane?
He was it was when for his third birthday we went to Disneyland.
So, so you didn't take him anywhere before that?
No,
Like, I mean, oh wow,
no.
okay,
Me and
so
Shannon don't travel much either.
mm,
Yeah. But yeah, when it was his went to Disneyland for his third birthday.
okay, so yeah, I mean, so we're taking Finn to Dee's brother's graduation, graduation
Mm-hmm.
in May, and he's gonna be 8 months old, or almost 8 months old.
Uh-huh.
And so like right now we're trying to prep for that because you know we've never taken a baby on a trip before, and like, how do you
All I
prepare?
gotta say is just, man, who cares if they cry? Babies cry. I don't give a shit what anyone on the plane says. Like, babies cry. So if they're
Mhm.
crying and you're trying your best, like, don't fucking stress out. Like, I've been on a plane before where there's babies crying, and it's like, yes, it's uncomfortable, but you've got to think of how uncomfortable that kid is. It's like
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
having the best time either. So like I don't know. I've never been on a plane where people were upset with the kid crying, but I've heard stories, obviously, of people like
yeah,
get upset. But it's like, bro, you can't, like, as a parent, I like when we went, even when he was like 3, like we were still kind of like, oh man, is he gonna be okay? But I was like, I don't give a damn what anybody says. Like, if he starts crying and we can't calm him down, like, it is what it is. Like, it's like,
no, yeah, I mean, well, we're not too worried about that. We just want to make sure that he's gonna be as comfortable as possible, and
yeah,
we're gonna be as comfortable as possible. So and I think we're pretty sure that he's gonna fall asleep on the plane, because once you get that, I mean, even though the cabin's pressurized,
uh huh,
you still like, every time I fly, I always fall asleep all the
yeah.
time. Yeah, I always fall asleep.
Bro, I can't, like, that's another thing. Like, I hate flying as well. Like, I would like to travel more, but I hate flying and living on a freaking island. Like, there's no traveling anywhere without flying. But I cannot fly. Like, I'm the worst flyer. Like, I try to just like NyQuil and like sleep aid up just so I can fall asleep. But if not, like, I'm just like, Shani hates flying with me too, because I don't talk. Like, I'm not personable. Like, I'm just like with my head, with my noise canceling headphones, and I'm just like in my own little zone, just concentrating on not freaking out.
Oh, so you get a lot of anxiety when
Anxiety,
you
yeah, yeah,
can. Yeah, I mean, there's some people that are like that. That's not too bad. It's
yeah.
fine.
Like, I've heard Shani had a friend that's like in the Air Force,
Mm.
and she travels a lot, and but she said she gets the same thing where it's to the point where she goes to the doctors for them to like prescribe her like I forget what it's called, but like they prescribe her like some like really high medications to like calm her down when she flies.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, I think I
I've
need
heard that.
that.
I've heard that before, and I heard it works too. So
Yeah, yeah.
so I mean, whenever you go, I guess when next time you go on a trip, that's something to
To think
look up.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, we have that coming up, and then I mean, like since the 6 month, since he turned 6 months, now we're halfway. We got to start thinking about his baby Luau,
Yeah.
and it's so funny that I mean, a lot of or people that aren't from Hawaii, they don't realize. You see, I wish James was here because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like in Hawaii, like the two big life events for anybody is always the baby luau and a graduation party.
Hmm.
Those are the like and a lot of it, I know is the significance of okay, making it through 1 year of life,
Yep.
and celebrating that. And then graduation, you're celebrating that because it's like you're becoming adult, and it's
Yep.
like you're moving on to bigger and better things. And, let's celebrate that. So, um, yeah, we have not started anything at all. So, what what did you guys do for Shazen for his baby law?
Um, we had Shani had like a larger party at. You guys didn't go. I thought you guys didn't go to Shazen's first birthday.
Where was it at?
In Ever Beach at one of the I don't even know what it's called. Like at some like rec hall thing in Ever Beach, right on the main road.
What year was this?
Um, like 5 years ago, because Shazen's five now, or 4 years ago.
So what year is that?
Right, 2020,
You don't remember
17, like
what
2007. Oh, he was
what?
born in 16. There you
Okay,
go. There you go. So
17.
17. Yeah, there you go. Very good. It was a long day for me. That was a very smart way to think of it, just from
Yeah,
his
yeah,
birth until a
yeah,
year
yeah,
later.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
2017,
Wait, what month was it?
October.
October. Okay.
There's
Shoot.
quite a few people from the Zeus went.
I
It was,
I wouldn't see why we wouldn't.
yeah, if
Um,
you guys are going to Zeus, we probably would have invited you guys. But yeah, it was a like a bigger party at one of the rec halls over here. She she did the whole shebang with all of the balloons. Like she ordered like there's this person that like just does her business is making balloon structures for parties and stuff.
mm,
So she did that. We had like we had a guy playing music. What else did we have? I think we even had like Tahitian dancers perform. It was like yeah, it was pretty big for a first birthday.
okay. Well, I mean, that's actually, I would say that sounds pretty normal. I
Yeah,
mean,
for a first birthday in Hawaii.
yeah,
Like you
in
said,
Hawaii. Yeah,
it's a celebration of making it that 1 year and
yeah,
acknowledging the all the people that helped to get him there and
yep,
celebrating with all of them.
yep,
That's kind of yeah. That's why we invited like all the Zeus people because they helped while we were at the gym with him.
yeah,
So it's just inviting everyone that's helped along the way
yeah,
to get you there.
yeah,
The big
yeah.
significance. It's not.
So
I mean, some people see it as like just a party, but if you really look into where it's started and what it's about, then it's like yeah, it makes sense to
do you
celebrate
remember
those
how
people.
far out in advance you guys started planning for that?
Honestly, I didn't plan anything. Shani planned everything.
Of course you didn't.
So
Of course.
I
Why
was
am I
just
asking?
there to set up. I was just there to set up.
Man, you're just giving James the material all the time.
I'm just telling the truth, man. Bro, I didn't even plan my own wedding, bro. I was just there.
No, the wedding's different. Wedding's different. That's more because it's more, it's more of the ladies thing.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But with the baby luau, okay, I can see the men staying out of it, but
Yeah.
I can see the wife asking for help. So
Yeah. Well, she did. She made me. Well, not made me. I shouldn't say made me, but she requested that I take care of the giant yard games. So I made like the Jenga,
mhm,
the big Jenga blocks. A kerplunk. Her uncle made like a big life size kerplunk with the balls and stuff.
mhm,
And we just did that. I kind of took care of all the outside games and stuff.
mhm. Yeah. So and we don't even have a venue yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got a lot of planning to do.
Yeah. But yeah, we just I don't know. Like we like having large parties for everything.
Hmm.
Like like even when we had Shazen, like, we did a bigger a bigger gender reveal, I guess, with our two families where we kind of like did a whole thing where everyone looked at it together. And we kind of have like some kind of idea what we want to do this year, but we just gotta
Oh,
see if it's gonna work.
by the way, just to let the viewers know, congratulations to
Thank you. Yeah, I
Chris.
don't think we we mentioned that on here.
We did not mention it because we talked about James' upcoming addition to his family in the last
Yeah,
episode. But this episode, for people that are listening or watching, Chris is also expecting an addition to his family.
yeah,
So
crazy.
congratulations to that. And did you guys plan this?
Like plan to have a second child?
No, not well. I know I knew you guys wanted to, but
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you plan this one? Like, were you guys
Yeah,
trying?
yeah. We were trying. We were trying.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I meant.
I
Okay.
thought that's what I thought when that's what I thought you were like if we planned it with James. I was like, no, that's a little weird. It just so happened to be the same time.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But and then like, how long have you guys been trying?
Honestly, we were trying for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then we went to the doctors and everything. And then we were about to um we were about to have some kind of thing with the doctor, but
What do you
just so
mean?
happened where they take um my swimmers and
Hmm.
they wash them and they put them into with Chinese eggs. But something happened like where her cycle like or the optimum time for them to do that it ended up being like on a Saturday or something. So the doctor's like, well, we can't schedule an appointment on a Saturday, so you're gonna have to wait another month for her next cycle. And
Mm.
then so just happened it didn't happen. We didn't do the appointment, but then we ended up getting pregnant. So we're like, oh, that's cool. It saved us some money to do
Oh
the
yeah,
procedure.
oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I mean, it's I mean, you know, junk that it took a while, but
Yeah. But I think it happens for a reason. Like
yeah,
I think it happened because it's gonna be pretty cool to have one very close to James and Diana.
yeah. Yeah, no, and like I forget when you guys first posted that, and and then I forget who asked, but they're like, "Oh, what about you, D?" And then she's like, "No," and even I was like, "No, we cannot have another child right now."
That's why James was so excited. Like he was like, dude, I really hope. And then that episode where you said something and then James was like, is it you guys are pregnant? I think he knew he was at that time.
Hmm.
And so he wanted like you guys
Mm.
to be pregnant as well. And then when he found out that we were pregnant, he was like, dude, it'll be so perfect if Kevin and Dee are pregnant. I was like, bro, you just want everyone to just be pregnant around the same time. But I was like, that would be pretty cool though. Like un- unknowingly and untryingly, like everyone just gets pregnant at the same time.
Yeah.
But it is pretty cool that like um James and
So,
Dana.
but okay, so you guys have another baby on the way. Do you regret getting rid of a lot of the stuff that Jaden had before,
Um,
or
for us,
you would just want to buy new stuff?
yeah, because I think a lot of it for us is it's just been so long, yeah, like 5 years.
Hmm.
Because we saved, we do have his playpen that we kept that we are gonna use that. We do have his original stroller, but Shani wants to get rid of it and just get a new one. Um, and other than that, like we have some small knickknacks here and there, like like some eating table thing. But I think we're for the most part we're just gonna get new ones.
Mm, man, like kids are not cheap,
I
and
know.
you already have one. Now you have another one.
Uh, what's crazy is it's like Shaden's just gonna go to school too this coming year. He's gonna go to kindergarten,
Mm.
and then Shani's just gonna have another one running around with her. I'm like, dang, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, at least she'll be have company.
Yeah.
And then so Jason is going to a public school.
Yep.
Mm.
Shani
And what
Shani contacted the school this past week. So we have to just go pick up the packet from them. We have to physically go in there and collect the packet and then fill it out and return it.
did you ever consider trying to get him into Kamemia?
No.
No, why?
Um it's gonna sound so bad, but just and I feel like I talked about this before, but just personal just I don't know. I just well, especially like such an early age. Um I don't know if he would succeed in that environment. Or I don't know if the benefits are gonna affect him any more than it would him being in a public school. So like there's kids that go to private school and excel very well and they take advantage of the opportunities that they get from being in a private school.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Shazen would be that kind of kid. I think he's more of a social butterfly aspect of it. So I
You
think
don't
public school.
you don't think they're sociable in private school? Is
Well,
that what you're
well, no,
saying?
no, no, no. I think he's more interested in the social aspect and not so much the academics, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But I
So
mean,
I don't know if he would
couldn't
succeed.
he do couldn't he do that in private as well?
Yeah, but I feel like you're wasting a lot of money if you go to private school,
Well,
and you're
okay,
wasting
sorry.
time.
Okay, like if he got a scholarship to Komemia, would you let him?
Uh, I mean, maybe like eventually, like if he goes to school for the first couple years, and I can see that he's like really into school and going to a private school would benefit him, then I probably would consider it. But I just don't see him being that person.
I mean, like of course, I want Finn to go to public school because I went to public school, and you might not be able to get the same education like if you were to go to a private, but I believe public school does instill certain values
Uh-huh.
that not necessarily you wouldn't get from private school, but um, I think that because going to public school you're not you don't get the same resources, you don't get the same type of focus
Hmm.
that you would in a private, but that also makes the child work harder to attain that, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
So um but trust me, if Finn if Finn gets into Kamima and he gets a full ride scholarship, he's going Kamima. I'll be like, yeah, go. If mom and dad don't have to pay for it,
Yeah.
but knowing us because of our incomes, no ways. we're not gonna get any kind of assistance for sure. But
Do you know how much the tuition for Kamehameha is?
yeah, it's like 20,000 a year.
Really?
Oh, okay. Wait, that I'm. Don't quote me on that. That might be wrong. Let me see really quick.
I thought it was a lot lower because that's crazy.
Like I said, it probably is. It probably is. Let me look really quick. It's not gonna take me that long. Okay, I was wrong.
Okay.
It's not that expensive.
Okay.
Or I don't want to say it's not that expensive, but okay, so tuition for what do you want to know? What grade? Because it changes. It changes.
Changes.
Yeah.
Well, let's elementary school. Is that an
Okay,
option,
so
or do you need more specific?
kindergarten. So kindergarten to fifth grade.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, that's kindergarten to sixth grade.
Okay.
It's 48.98. What is this? This is for the year. I think it's for the year. Yeah.
98.
So
Four
5,000.
thousand eight
Yeah, four
hundred
thousand 898. Yeah.
a year.
Hmm.
But that includes like, oh, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but that most likely includes the bus fare and everything, right? Like,
Yeah, I would think so.
that's
Yeah.
still kind of a pretty penny, but it's still not 20,000. Because if you could you try to look up what's the medium one? Like Iolani, do you think Iolani is more expensive than Punahou? Like Punahou's the most expensive, right?
I think honestly, I think Ilani is more
Really?
expensive than
Oh, really?
Kamehameha.
No, then Punahou, Kamehameha, or I mean Punahou or Iolani.
Wait, you want to know how much
Iolani,
Punahou is?
yeah. I know they're the most, right? They're the most expensive. Or you think Iolani is the most expensive?
No, I think Punahou definitely is.
But try Iolani because I don't feel like that's a fair comparison to look at the most and the least.
Okay, so oh wait, but is that bro for Ilani? Okay, you're better off sending your kid to come in, man.
What
Okay,
is it? 20?
wait, where was
It's
that?
like 20 a semester, probably.
Um, gosh, you're not giving me any tuition costs. Okay, tuition costs. Yearly tuition for a student is 32 grand.
32.
32 grand.
Does that specify grade or
No,
no? Okay,
it doesn't
just
matter.
32. Oh, it doesn't
32.
matter.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
looking at this one website.
32 compared to 8.
Bro. Yeah, let me
See,
see.
that's like a lot. Like, and I've the thing is, I've talked to a lot of homeowners, being in private construction.
Uh-huh.
A lot of homeowners that sent their kids to private schools. Um, I guess apparently that's the demographic that we service in in our kitchen and bathroom renovations is these people that afford these tuitions. But
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if they can afford a renovation, they can afford
but
to send.
a lot of them, or at least one of them, the most recent one I talked to said that it was for them. There's a lot of people that struggle to put their kids through that private schools, and a lot of parents that like they barely make it because they're paying so much for the tuition for these schools, and like she said, it's just not like how some people like being from the private or public school. Like you look at them like, oh, these spoiled, paying these high tuitions. But a lot of these parents like sacrifice to put their kids in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Punahou from kindergarten to 12th grade.
Oh, it's
20
all one cost.
Yeah, one cost for 1 year, 28,000.
28. So was that cheaper than Iolani?
Cheaper than Yolani.
Oh, yeah. Iolani was what, 32, we said?
Yeah, but you know what? Let me double check that, because when I saw the price, it was on another website. Let me look at Yolani shirt. Oh, that's
But no,
boring.
but if that's why I say, like, if I
Oh,
think Jason, what?
wait. Hold on. Tuition. That's summer programs. I don't want summer programs. I want regular school year. What is this? No. Residential summer. No. Why are they showing me?
Because I think it's about that time. Like, I think it's getting closer to summer school, so they're like got those prices on.
No, but I want. Let's see. Um, be admission. Admission.
But they do have a lot of benefits though at the private school. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I thought that that money would be beneficial, like he would like succeed that much more going to there, I would think about sending him to a private school. Like I said, I just don't see him like being that person that would take advantage of those opportunities.
What would I mean? Like, you're. It sounds like you're already like, you're
No, I'm just a very realist.
you're
I'm just
setting up the fail.
no. I'm setting him up for to succeed is what I'm doing, because I don't want him to go to the private school and like not take advantage of all those
Okay,
opportunities that he has.
there. I finally found it. Okay, kindergarten to 12 for 1 year. Ilani is 26,000.
Okay,
So
okay.
Punahou is more expensive.
But not by much. I thought
Yeah,
it was a more of a staggering difference between the two.
that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. No. Again, I'm sending him to Kamehameha. Actually, surprisingly, Kamehameha is actually pretty cheap.
No, it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be way cheaper than those other schools.
Now the hard part is trying to
Get them
get them
in.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the hard part. So
Everybody wants to get in there because it's so cheap.
yeah, I mean it's actually cheaper than daycare,
Yeah.
which is
Because daycare
crazy.
can be up to like $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, thank you.
That is right. No, but that's why like it's not setting Shaden up for failure. It's giving him the best opportunity to succeed.
Yeah, but I mean, but wouldn't private school give him that opportunity to succeed?
Not if he's not willing to take those opportunities and be successful with it. That'd be a waste of money.
So you're saying that um you're or I don't see you don't want to spend money if he's not going to um if he's not going to take the full advantage of going to private school. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, somewhat.
Like, it's like, if I'm paying you to go to private school, you better like
Yeah,
make friends with everybody. You
yeah.
better like what's it called? You
Better
better
be like top of your
do
class,
like
valedictorian, like number one, saying the speech at graduation, like all of that.
if I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I
And
get
like you
it.
better be going to college with that freaking public or private school education. That's the thing. Like maybe when he gets older and he does look like he does want to go to college,
Mhm.
maybe I'll send him to private school. But until then, he's just gonna stay in the public education and then see where he goes from there.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what the future holds for Finn
Yeah.
when it comes to school. We would like for him to go to Kamehameha, if he can get accepted.
Uh-huh.
Um, you know, even I think even we probably wouldn't be able to. I don't think we would be eligible for for him to get a scholarship, but if he can get in, we'll pay
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we'll totally pay for it. It's not a that's not a problem,
Yeah.
especially based on the rates that they're pushing out right now. Yeah, ridiculous, ridiculous. But yeah. Anyways, let's let's wrap this up.
All right.
I have a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this concludes this episode. Hopefully, next time we're back on, James will join us. I mean, who knows if that's going to happen? I mean, um, rare things have happened than him joining us on here. I mean,
uh,
he's it's like fighting tooth and nail to get this guy to get in front of a phone or a laptop just to talk
uh,
story. Just to talk story. I
uh,
know you're watching this, James. Just to talk story. I don't know what's so hard about that.
uh, all right. On to the
Right.
next one.
Okay.
Shoots.
Take it easy.